Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, we talk about all things fandom on this channel, and we talk about it in a positive way. If that's something that appeals to you, you've come to the right place. We're so happy to have you here today. And today also happens to be Terrifying Tuesday on this channel, where we talk about all things horror. And today I thought we'd take a look at some of the upcoming horror series that are coming out, because It Welcome To Derry is only the beginning. So let's jump right into it. Alright, so if you are a horror fan and a TV fan, it is a great time to be both, because here is the thing. This is the time for TV horror series, for TV to revive old properties that you loved and you wanted to come back, like Michael Myers, like Jason Voorhees, like some of those projects are out there. They're waiting to come out, and they will. And that's kind of what we're going to be talking about today. All the revival horror series that are coming to the TV screen near you. And first off, Welcome to Derry was great, and I can't wait to give you my full spoiler review on Thursday. I will be doing my spoiler review of that on Thursday because I want to give everybody a bit of time to watch it, because it was worth you watching. If you're a horror fan and you just didn't give it a try, you need to check it out and then be ready to dive into all of the craziness that it brought to us. But also, if you're a Stephen King fan, this is great news as well, because that's not the only Stephen King series. You see, there is a Carrie TV series that's coming out, and that Carrie TV series might just be a mini series, but it's still exciting news for people who love horror. I can't wait till this comes out in 2026. Basically, what we know so far is this. The Carrie TV show cast includes Summer Howe as the title character. And then it also stars Matthew Lillard as Principal Grail. Now, this is going to be a really cool thing, because Carrie began filming in June. And they have now revealed on Instagram that filming has wrapped on the Prime Video miniseries. But that's not the only series we have to look forward to, because filming is now complete on Crystal Lake. Now, when you say filming, they had their wrap party. So they might have had their wrap party a bit early. That's possible, but essentially that means they are so close to being done. They know they're wrapping it all up. Maybe that's when people can meet and all of this, but basically when you have a wrap party, it's pretty much the end of filming, except for reshoots or things like that that have to go on. And if they are going to have a few reshoots, now would be that time for them to do this. So the actual Crystal Lake TV series is supposed to be out next year. Finally, and it has been a long road coming to us. It really has. There have been so many times when people said this is never going to happen. There's too much going on. Don't trust this site. Don't trust that site. But I have been adamant this entire time that if they played their cards right, we would be getting this series. And in fact, we are getting this series. It is a done deal as of right now. Filming is pretty much over. They've had their wrap party, and they are ready to give us some content with Jason Voorhees. Now, I know there's people who are divided based on that little short movie that came out, that Angry Orchard commercial. And that's okay. And I know that some people don't like Jason's new look. This is a Pamela Voorhees prequel series, and we have to bear that in mind. We don't know to what capacity Jason Voorhees will be in it, or whether he'll play a big part or a small part, but ultimately, as they progress through the seasons, we are told that they are going to do each movie. So I can only imagine that the first season would be the Pamela Voorhees season, and then after that, we would get to see more Jason stuff. So this is exciting news. And then we have to talk about Buffy, because if you are a fan of the Buffy TV series, you know that the reboot is supposed to be happening. They still haven't officially greenlit this for a series yet, but it does have a pilot. It is that nostalgic feeling. You get these old shows that are coming back, and that was sort of the craze a few years ago. But the Buffy the Vampire Slayer series, that's where it's at. Give me that Buffy series and bring it to us very quickly. I don't want to have to wait another 2 to 3 years for this. Now, that still doesn't mean the series is coming out, because it still has to get taken to series, and I think that it will. Especially if you're looking at everything else that is happening around us in terms of TV right now. Horror is big in TV this year, apparently, or will be next year, because all these series that are coming out are horror TV series that are going to be really fun for us, the horror movie fans. And then last, we have to talk about the upcoming Michael Myers TV series. There has been a bit of a delay, and the delay is that it's been put on hold indefinitely following a leadership change at Miramax. While the series was announced as a priority for the studio in 2024, the departure of the executive champion for the project has left its future uncertain. Now, this was originally going to be planned as a creative reset for the franchise, and it is stalled. But this doesn't mean anything either. I guarantee you, if they're looking and watching how these other shows are going, they're going to look at this and be like, we need this in our lives. They're going to look at it like, Crystal Lake did amazing, let's jump on that bandwagon, which is kind of funny when you think about it, because Friday the 13th was essentially a Halloween ripoff film. They wanted it focused on a holiday, and that's how we got Friday the 13th, this sort of horror-themed day of the year. And then now you've jumped forward, and Crystal Lake is getting a TV series, and Halloween's TV series is put on hold. So we don't know really if it's going to get started again or not. But I can almost guarantee, if all these shows that are coming out, if It Welcome to Derry does amazing, if the Carrie miniseries does amazing, if the Crystal Lake TV show does amazing, and then you have to look at the other factor. If the Buffy TV show does amazing, all these things will be important in the horror community. Whether you're watching every single one of these or not, they will be important in the horror community, and therefore it will help that project to get greenlit in the future. People will start to look at it and say, how can we profit? Because we had the Chucky TV show. And Chucky will be moving forward in films, from what I understand. And some of those characters from the TV show will be going into those films. That's the rumor currently. But he's not getting his TV show renewed. And that's kind of sad, because I think in this market, what we're looking at next year being the year of horror TV, I think that it's a very good scenario that they would bring back Chucky as well for another season. I think we could be looking at the future of TV for a little while being all just a Scream. And that would be a lot of fun. Speaking of Scream, that's another one that would not shock me to hear getting a TV show in the future. Keep in mind, we do know that the Kirby spin-off series is supposed to happen, but is it a TV show? Is it a movie? I think that what happens with all these is going to impact our horror industry for the next couple of years. So it's a really exciting time, and I wanted to actually talk to you guys about these shows to give you an update on what's coming out in the horror community. So this isn't a major video where we have major news coming out. All of these things we've talked about in the past, but I wanted to remind you of all the great shows that are coming out. Just all of these wonderful horror TV shows that are coming out next year. And Welcome to Derry, of course, is already out. So definitely check that one out as well. And this looks to be an amazing year for horror TV next year. But I want to know what you guys think. Are you thinking that this is going to be a great venture for the future of TV? Or do you think it's going to bomb and it's just going to be over before we know it? Do you think that you're excited for one of these series over the others? Which ones are you excited for? One of them, two of them, all of them, none of them? Whatever you're thinking, there's no wrong answer. I just want to hear from you guys in the comments below. Let's have a conversation. Just remember to be nice to each other, because at the end of the day, we're all just fans having a conversation. And keep in mind, like I said, I want to hear from each and every one of you. So make sure you're leaving me that comment in the comment box below. And then make sure you are sharing this video with all of your friends so they can be a part of this conversation as well. And then if you like positive content where people talk positive about your fandoms, you're going to want to let the algorithm know. And you can let the algorithm know by clicking that like button and letting them know that you do like this sort of content. But if you're liking my channel personally, you're going to want to hit that subscribe button as well, and that notification bell next to it, so you don't miss a single video we do. Because friends, at the end of the day, I know it, and you know it. Fandom is family.